Okay, so I am at a place I have not experienced before, technically. I did drive here one time to see Palmer Rapids. Never been on the rapids here. It's quite far. It took me 3.5 hours to get here today, but I decided to sign up for Palmer River Fest, which they do twice a year. I believe the first one's in May, then they do it in September. Maybe it's like to close out the season, to open the season type thing. Anyways, I chose to come in September. So it's a weekend. It starts Friday and goes till Sunday at around 4ish, I think. So you pay $312. That includes your camping. If you want to camp, you don't have to. You can arrive early on Friday to set up your campsite. It is first come, first serve, and my advice is you come early because I got blessed. I'll show you guys I really wanted to be camping on the water. Like I could literally look out my tent and I could see the river. We're not the rapid section. It's the calm part of it, but still, let me show you. Awesome. I love it. But there's only a few spots like by the water. So I mean, the whole area is nice, but obviously it's nice to be by the water. So I advise coming earlier. I came an hour and a half early before check-in. Check-in starts at 4, but you can come to set up the site. It's just you can't check in for the actual event till 4. You can come anytime after that. You can also come on Saturday morning instead, because technically the clinics don't start till Saturday, so you're not missing much except for picking. Because if you came Saturday morning and you planning to camp and you're gonna find a site, I don't know, you may be sleeping on top of somebody's tent. I'm not really sure how, like what kind of space is going to be left. Apparently, there's 78 people I think signed up, and this is not a very big like grounds. Anyways, so you can sign up for kayaking. This is all whitewater kayaking, um, canoeing, solo or tandem, and pack rafting. I think that's it. And it's either beginner, intermediate, or advanced, depending what you're comfortable with. I signed up for beginner because I haven't tried it here yet. Trying to think what else to tell you about it. There's live music. You get free lunch. I think I said you get free camping, free lunch. Just know there's no showers or anything. There's outhouses. There's no electrical sites. So you need to bring like a power bank or something to charge your devices. Um, I think what else to tell you guys. You get, yeah, like I said, a free lunch, like a sandwich and chips. You can order food, costs $15. Not anything on Friday night, but you can order for Sunday's lunch and you can order for Saturday's dinner. So I ordered egg sandwich for both Saturday and Sunday, and I ordered a hot dog and poutine for the um, Saturday night. It wasn't a lot of options. I think it was like chili, which I'm not a fan of anyway. Like chili hot dogs, poutine, fries, like that kind of stuff, right? Food truck kind of stuff. Anyways, so um, I, right now there's no wind up here, and it's like the water it's just glass out there. So I'll let you guys see what that is looking like in a bit, and trying to think if there's anything else to say before I close off for now. Um, oh, so they say, of course, I mean, you could encounter, I suppose, bears here. It's a lot of people, so we probably won't, but you could. So you really shouldn't keep food unless you have those closed in like bear-proof barrel things. So I'm gonna have to take my food back to the car. Oh, that's the other thing. You can't drive into your campsite, so you have to lug all your gear. Now, one nice thing is they do have wagons, wheelbarrows. You can, but unfortunately, they don't communicate too well, so I had no clue. I dragged all my stuff back and forth. I don't know how many trips I did. And then some guy is passing by me and says, "Oh, there's like wagons. This is like a guest, not an actual person that works." So I'm like, "Oh, that's good. At least I now know to go back, like up packing up to go home. I will use one of those." Anyway, so they only let you offload at the front entrance, but then you have to walk to your campsite, right? Um, Anyways, so I think that's it for now. Um, the other thing is it's going to be -1 tonight. I have never camped in my entire life in -1. I have camped in crazy humidity, which I did not enjoy, so I feel like I'll enjoy this more. I'm just hoping I can sleep and I'm not too cold. I brought a lot of stuff. Sleeping bags, sheets, blankets, comforters, winter jacket, gloves, hand warmers. I mean, I gotta find my hand warmers before it gets too dark in here. Anyways, and I got a new tent, which is cool because I bought it on Facebook because my other tent I bought from Decathlon, it was like, it's cool looking, sets up in an instant, but the thing is so small you can't stand up in the thing. Really hard to really camp properly in because you just don't feel comfortable. So I got this one. Can't remember how many people this is for, but it's like a tent, what they call with a storage locker on the side. I'll show you. Don't mind the mess. Hold on. Stuff is all over the place. But needless to say, there's like a locker thing back there. And then you have the actual like tent and stuff. Anyways, I absolutely love it. It was brand new. The guy had not used it. And it was, yeah, he was selling it for $50. I was like, bonus. So this is my first time. So we'll see how it goes. Anyways, I'll check in with you guys later. Morning. Oh, just go. Yeah, so here's where you come in. But like I said, you can't stay and park here. So I'm just showing you guys where you have to park just so you have an idea if you're going to come. Better to offload at the place instead of walking all the way back and forth from the car. If you come early enough, I don't think they'll harass you for unloading for more than 10 minutes. They say offloading only 10 minutes only, but I came early and nobody bothered me probably because there wasn't a whole bunch of people here. There's a way more tents now, so clearly a lot of people came through the night. Anyway, so my night, it was cold, but actually with my sleeping bag and sleeping bag I feel like is rated for minus something. Mind you, I get like cold easily, so that wouldn't have been enough for me, but I had that and a comforter, doubled up the comforter, and and I had like jogging pants, winter socks, a hoodie, an undershirt, and what was the lifesaver actually was I had little thin gloves actually, but I had those hand warmer things you get, those little ones you can buy at the store, that are like hot for 10 hours. That was my lifesaver because the fact that my hands were cold and my blankets kept my body, and I kept these two hoods as you see on my head. You definitely needed hoods. You needed something over your head. So that was good. Now, oh yeah, so I should just show you. So as you know, and there is the parking there. Okay, so parking is there, and then right there is Paddler Co-op. So it's not too bad if you're just walking there, but if you're carrying all your stuff, and you have a lot, it's a bit much. Anyways, so, or you could bring those wagons if you know that you can. Anyways, so the only thing in the night I had to put on earplugs because, well, I woke up at 2. Originally, there's like so many people talking, so I couldn't fall asleep. Eventually I drifted off, but I had to put earplugs in. Anyway, then I woke up at 2 in the morning, and all I could hear is snoring nearby. Clearly was loud because I wasn't exactly next door to anybody, like right beside their tent or anything. So anyways, I had to put earplugs in, and at some point I dropped off again, and I set my alarm for 6, rested back to about 6:30. Now I'm coming to the car to get my food because the guy told me you really should have a bear-proof kind of barrel thing, which I don't have, and I don't do enough camping stuff to bother to buy one just for this, so I've left it in the car. Oh gosh, now you really see there is frost. Look at this. There, my car. All my racks, my straps frozen. Okay, so you really know how cold it is right now. I mean, right now my gloves are easy. Anyways, I just wanted you guys to see, and I showed you a walk through the campground this morning, and the water, which looks so beautiful with the fog or whatever you want to call it rolling off the water. Anyways, I'm just going to get my food and go have my breakfast. So see you guys later. Okay.
Go just to the right of that rock. Keep on it. There it is. Go. Yeah! Sheesh.
Okay, so I'm back from the morning clinic. Just had lunch. Lunch on Saturday is free. Well, it's just a sandwich. I chose an egg sandwich and a small bag of chips it came with. Anyway, so my experience with our shout out to Benny, our instructor. He's a very nice young guy. So he's doing a good job. My group only has 4 of us, 2 guys and myself and another girl. And good group, friendly, so that's cool. Lots of people actually. Where I'm camping, I'm like surrounded by very nice guys actually. Shout out to those that I met. Drew, who's a pack rafter. Matt, who's not able to paddle but he's camping, and Chris, who's here with his kids. They're very nice. They're surrounding me and my campsite around. Anyway, so my experience on the water. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm so cold. Only reason I'm cold. I was fine when I got out there. The sun is shining. See here. Sun is beautifully shining through the top of my tent there too. So I actually did get warm, but then our instructor was like, let's practice tea rescues. So then you have to dunk yourself over, right? Well, that was it. So I've been frozen since. Actually, I will say my wetsuit, like the pants and the torso vest, perfect. My torso feels good, my legs feel good, but my arms are absolutely frozen, so that's not helping. So I was almost shivering. Because when we got out there, I think it was only like 7 degrees out, anyways. So if I hadn't have turned upside down, I would have been fine. And I stayed up on the water. I didn't capsize at all. So it was a voluntary capsize, which I regret doing because I would have been warm had I not. Anyways, so, and I will say, I bought off, I don't know if I mentioned this, I bought off these kite surfing neoprene gloves, and I'll show you the boots I have on. The gloves are outside. Kite surfing Billabong wetsuit type neoprene boots. I've never owned a pair of boots like this before. They're fabulous. So shout out to those and to the girl I got them off Facebook from. So that's been good. So anyways, overall those good. I will say that the Madawaska River where we are, it's pretty low right now. So compared to the Gull River where I have pretty much only done my whitewater, this is much calmer for sure. Anyway, so it's been fun so far. I just do find that with my various injuries that I have from repetitive use and things like that, that it's a bit challenging being cold because everything just kind of seizes up and you just feel everything. So otherwise it would be great if it wasn't so cold. So anyway, so that was my experience. We're heading back out on the water in 20 minutes and then we're done for the day after that session. So I'll probably check back in after that and see how dinner is as well. So, okay, see you guys later. Hey, morning. Oh gosh, okay, so I did not come back on yesterday after the afternoon session. Sorry about that. So I'm coming on here. It's the morning now of my last day here, Sunday morning. So it's pretty cool actually. So yesterday afternoon, after lunch, we went back out and then we went back to where we originally went at the bottom of Palmer Rapids, and then we portaged up to another section, and then practiced some C turns and S turns in that water just higher up in the current, and then and then the guy asked us, do you guys want to run, it's called Jessup's Chute, if we want to run it. So he said, let's go scout it out, you guys decide. So we have portage the boats up and go check out the rapids there. I have video which I'll put on. Anyway, so we're all looking at this going, okay, like he was just like, are you guys good? Well, we don't know about the word good. We'll do it. We want to give it a shot, but none of us are good except for the one younger guy in our group. There's a boy, he was like, no, I'm not comfortable with this. So we're like, okay. So the other three of us said we'll go, and then Chris watch us and see if he wants to go after. Anyway, so we went in like in an order. So I was like after the instructor. It was nerve-wracking because you don't know, like when you look at it you're like like, oh my gosh, right? And then yeah, we end up running the thing, and it's like this kind of like chute that goes down. To my first doing like a real drop in water, which is kind of cool. and then you had to watch for the rock on the right. There was a rock on the left, and anyways, all of us actually made it down this whole thing. So you go down Jessup Chute, then you come into the last piece of the, I don't know what that part's called, but there's another piece to come down in more current. Anyway, so all of us avoided hitting any rocks on that part, and all made it down without capsizing, which was great. So when we got to the bottom, we were so happy. So we're like, "You gotta come!" So then we told the guy, go back and tell him it's not as bad as it as it looks. Anyway, so he came and he did just fine. So I think he was pretty happy he went. Anyway, so that was a very cool experience because my first time, like, really, if you want to say running like a whitewater, I think it's class 3 rapids river like that. So that was cool. Now then we were gonna run the rest of the river down to Palmer Rapids to go back to the, like, the tents or whatever. Anyway, so that part, so the first part of that, it's the very rocky section and very shallow. So they're like, you don't want to capsize here. Okay, so I'm going down again following the instructor guy. I'm literally, you can see my video, I am following him. I don't know how. I think maybe I have a smaller boat than everybody else, so maybe that's why. But I literally, actually, it wasn't the next piece, it was the next one. The first one, actually, a couple of us hit like a rock on the side, and it's like whoosh, but then you keep going. It was the next one where they're literally, you'll see in the video because I had my GoPro on it. I literally run straight head into a rock to the point that where my boat ends up like up the rock, and I'm over, stuck inside my kayak, upside down in shallow rocky water, flying down the river. I was just like, oh my gosh, my rescuing instructor guy takes so long to come. I'm like, I can't even breathe under here. Anyway, so I ended up eventually dropping out of the thing. He got to me, he got my boat, and he got my paddle, which was way down the river by that point. Anyways, I can't say that was exactly fun. I'm happy I got on video because that's the cool part about it. But I have to say, I'm a little bit nervous going out today because I don't want to hit a rock straight on again, because upside down in crazy moving water like that, hitting rocks underneath the water, because I thought I was going to injure my right arm, because I took, I don't know what I did on it, but I took off, like, a rock took, I don't know if it hit my arm or I wrapped my arm around a rock, I'm not sure. But anyways, so that part, it was not exactly fun, but you live to see another day, so that was good. Anyways, and then the next piece, we had to run, and we all did fine there. There was a rock there, which on the right, and I did run, like, run the side of it, so it's not so bad, because then you just kind of bounce off and keep going. Anyways, so last night, I think I was just super exhausted after yesterday, so coming back and trying to organize my stuff, having dinner. I will say the Palmer Spuds poutine was great. It was huge. It's a good portion, and I had just a hot dog. Not that those are healthy, but when you're on one of these things, you got to do what you got to do. So, anyways, had that, and then just try to get warm, because it was pretty chilly coming off, because of course I capsized, right? I was so warm, it felt so nice when I went, and then I capsized towards the end of this thing, and then I have to take all, it's so sucked too, because then today I have to put on all wet gear, all cold wet gear, to go back in for today, because it was all dry until I hit that rock. So that was unfortunate. Anyway, so we'll see how it goes. I have no clue what we're doing. Imagine we're doing the same. Oh, I think one of the girls said she wants practice rolling, which would be helpful to learn again. I did learn it in a class once a few years ago. It was great. I was able to roll, but then you don't practice it, and then you forget. And then you don't practice it enough. It's not like muscle memory, so you end up panicking underwater, and you just lift your head, and that's the wrong thing to do. Anyway, so just had my breakfast. I did feel like, even though last night was not colder, I definitely felt colder going to sleep. Had my earplugs in right away, so I slept better, I think, through the night. It wasn't like up for an hour in the middle of the night and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I took a load of stuff to the car, with a wheelbarrow here, just to have less to do later. Anyway, so I'm just gonna shortly get my cold wet gear on, yay, and then we were meeting at 9:15. So I'll be back on later to let you guys know how it all went. Anyways, and I will attach into here the GoPro footage that I got, which is kind of cool. So I'll see you guys later.
So, when I'm skirting rapids, usually I go from the bottom up. You guys want to cut something or? We're gonna, well. He's pretty far right, but even still, still avoid that rock, so it's gonna push you away. I think they're cutting heavy one more time. Yeah, they're cutting a lot of heavy. I think you just got first.
Okay. Go now? We did it, Tim. You gotta get Chris to come. Yo! Oh God.
You okay?
Yep. At least we're still standing.
Well, these guys are gonna just go straight.
Oh my gosh.
You okay?
I hit so many rocks. Lord have mercy.
Okay, we're gonna go. Let go of your boat. I'll get the boat. Swim to the left there. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I could swim, but
All right, here we go. Just keep paddling. That's the key.
I hope there's no rocks for me to slam into it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like these rocks, man.
You gotta keep going. Nice.
Oh no, 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 no!
Okay, so I have to tell you guys what happened. So, can't remember where I left off from this morning, but when I put on my wetsuit this morning, that's cold and wet from overnight, probably 1 degrees last night. Oh my gosh, I started like shivering. I had to actually go to the car because I couldn't feel my toes anymore to put the heat on and see. I mean, my toes didn't thaw, but part of my body at least did. Anyways, once I got out on the water. It actually, like, I warmed up like okay because the sun is pretty good today, and actually in the temperature in the day it's going to be much nicer than yesterday. The only problem was I have shoulder injuries in both. One shoulder's worse, but I have them both, and then I have lower back. I'm dealing with doing some physio right now for these things, but unfortunately I guess with the cold weather, probably some exhaustion from yesterday, not obviously sleeping great. Also, I have not been drinking. When I came from Friday, like, I was well hydrated, made sure I drank a lot of water on Friday, so I think it was pretty good heading into Saturday. Saturday, I barely drank anything, which messed me up, I think, for today. So, because of that, when we started to we basically went through what we did yesterday. So, we started at the bottom again, practicing C turns, S turns, ferrying, and that, which, I mean, no problem yesterday. But today I just didn't have that extra push in my shoulders. Like, I was already feeling it. I was just feeling like completely like I had absolutely no strength left. So it was basically impossible to like power stroke through anything. So I decided, because I'm supposed to do a little bit of kayaking this week and stand up paddleboarding, and because I'm off this week and I don't want to destroy myself and make anything worse. So I said, you know what, I had a fantastic day, and they're just basically repeating the exact same thing. I got to do it, you know, basically not injuring myself. So I didn't want to cause any problems today. So those guys are going. So I just kind of hung out, met some people, that kind of thing. Talked to some people out on the water, and our group practiced rolling, which I was like, I could practice rolling, but then I thought my shoulders and my lower back, it's probably not the best idea, especially when we're heading into like the cold months. It's not like I'm going to be practicing it. If it was different, if it was June or something. Anyways, and then after lunch, they're going to go ahead and run the river like we did yesterday. So anyways, I've come and I've had my lunch. Now I'm just packing up all my stuff, my gear, and to head home early, which can't say I'm disappointed in that, just because won't be so rushed packing up, and have probably a nicer drive home as well anyways. So yeah, so sorry about that, but at least, you know, I got to do all of that yesterday. So if it was like a different part of the river today, I would be more disappointed. Anyways, so overall, my thoughts of Palmer Fest were good. I'm not sure I would come to Palmer Fest again if it was this cold. I wouldn't mind coming. I'll come back to Palmer Rapids again and paddle a co-op, but in like summer months, so that, you know, or maybe spring. Like, just not -1. You know, like, that's on a whole different level. So, anyways, yeah. So I don't think there's much else to say. Um, if anything pops into my mind later about it, I'll come back on. But if not, that was my paddler co-op Palmer. What's it called? Palmer. My first Palmer Fest. My first time paddling at Palmer Rapids. So I definitely recommend. Like the camping was great. Like, my spot was great. The grounds are very nice. The river's great. All of that kind of stuff. So it's definitely worth coming to check out if you're interested in whitewater. If you want to try it and you want to take an intro course, it's also They used to have in the summertime a ladies only one as well. A little bit more money. Palmer Fest, that's why I kind of did it too, was because it's a little bit cheaper. I think it's maybe like $100 cheaper. So I thought, okay, let me try it this way. But I might come back. I met a friend, like somebody here that exchanged numbers. So probably will end up paddling with them at some point somewhere along our journeys. Anyway, so stay wild and check out this place if you're in the area, you get a chance. Okay, see you later.